When you think of a sales copy, you might envision one of those sales letters that goes on and on forever. But you know what? Good copy can come in small packages. That's why you'll want to consider the short-form sales letter as an alternative to the long-form sales letter. Now, you might be wondering how long or short any piece of copy should be. And the answer is, long enough to cover the important bits, but short enough to hold attention. Partly it's going to depend on what you're selling. Partly it's going to depend on your audience. For example, if you're selling a big home study course with all sorts of pieces and parts, then you're going to end up with a longer letter just because you need to share the benefits of all those pieces and parts. On the other hand, if you're selling a short report, then obviously you can get away with much shorter copy. Another example of where you'll need longer copy is if you need to educate your prospects a bit about your product. In other words, maybe you have a solution that the average prospect doesn't know much about. This happens a lot when people are pioneers and innovators in their field. Just think of how the internet created the need for a whole lot of tools that never even existed before. I'm talking tools like social media platforms, autoresponders, e-commerce platforms, blogs, and other content management systems, and so much more. Tell you what, the first person who ever tried to sell autoresponder services and scripts online certainly had their work cut out for them. They had to use long-form copy to explain why people needed autoresponders and how autoresponders work. Today, most every marketer and even the average Joe on the street has some familiarity with autoresponders and email service providers. Now, marketers who offer these services don't need 10 minutes to explain why their prospects need the solution. Instead, they can use much shorter copy because their prospects are already informed about how the services work. The vendor just needs to differentiate his services from all the other competitors. Another instance where you might use short copy is if you've got an easy-to-explain product like a tripwire product and an audience with a short attention span. Here's an example. Let's say you're using a tool like Catch-A-Monkey to redirect your exit traffic to a special offer before they leave your page. Think about it. These folks were on their way out your virtual door when you grabbed them by the shirt collar and put an offer in front of them. You've already pretty much lost their attention. They're thinking about running off to Facebook to post a selfie and play Candy Crush. So you have like a millisecond to regain their attention and sell them something. You can see where this is going. Short-form copy. No long-winded sales letter in this case. Another good time to use short-form copy is on your lead pages. This is where you persuade people to exchange their email addresses for a really enticing product. If you can grab attention with a really big benefit or two and follow it with a strong call to action, you can generate a good response rate. Still, another good time to use short-form copy is on an upsell or a one-time offer on the order form. Your customer is already in the buying mood, so you don't need to whip them into another emotional frenzy. You just need to tell them how the upsell product will make their lives better. So what you want to do is really think about your offer, the traffic source, and your audience. This will help you determine whether you can use short-form copy. No matter what you choose, though, it's always a good idea to thoroughly test your sales copy to figure out what produces the best conversions. Okay, so what is short-form copy exactly? What does it look like? Obviously, this is going to vary a bit depending on what you're selling and to whom. But generally, short-form copy can simply include the following pieces. The headline, which should put your biggest benefits front and center. A 1 or 2 sentence opener. This opener may briefly describe the problem and then introduce your product as the solution. A list of 4 to 6 benefits. Here's where you answer the prospect's question, what's in it for me? And a strong call to action. Tell people what they need to do to order and give them a good reason to take action right now. The main point here is that you focus entirely on the benefits of your solution. And you do this as succinctly as possible. This means you don't open up with a long story to draw the reader in. You don't list 24 benefits. You don't spend 2 paragraphs justifying the price or overcoming objections. You don't even necessarily provide any proof, such as testimonials. You approach this piece of copy knowing that your prospect is already looking for this solution. So then you tell the prospect why they should buy this product right now. Now, there are a couple marketers by the names of Jeremy Gislason and Simon Hodgkinson who are really good at using short-form copy. They use it to sell tripwire products, sell enticing offers to exiting traffic, and to build their lists with lead magnets. You can see examples of how they use short-form copy by going to landingpagemonkey.com and scrolling down to the demo section. There you'll see some great examples of highly polished lead pages and product pages using short-form copy for maximum results. Check it out. It's a great lesson in how to write high-impact copy.